Hello, past clients, current clients, and future clients. I'm Rebecca Lindquist, the speech, voice, and accent coach in the Bay Area, and I'd like to share Snafu number 5 with you. And that is working on the wrong things or doing things that you think will make your speech better, but it actually makes it worse. You really want to identify those things because that's a huge waste of time, and you can actually hurt your speech and your voice and your credibility. So what I like to do for people is have you ask questions. Really question what you want to change. And ask questions you don't normally ask. So for example, I'd start with, what do you like and not like about your voice? If the answer is, I don't know, that's the awareness part where you get feedback from others. You can watch the earlier video on feedback. And also notice from your own recordings what you think you should work on. And realize that there probably is a way to change the quality of your speech. But you have to know what you want to change. And this is where you might ask questions like, what do native speakers do differently? If your first language isn't English, you might take a mirror and just observe when you talk what you do. So native speakers, we tend to use our upper lip to control sounds. Now, I really didn't notice so much that this made a big difference until I worked with clients that cover their upper lip and use their lower lip to make sounds. You might notice I'm getting kind of throaty in the quality. You might also notice that the sounds get a little sloppier. So when you're doing exercises with your mouth, muscle exercises for speech, you might notice that you have to lead with the upper lip. So just asking the question, what muscles do I use when I speak? Now, if you're not sure, speak your native tongue and watch the mirror and notice what's moving. And then speak English and notice if you use the same muscles. And then watch a native speaker. Notice what they move. And you might find that we compress our lip for certain sounds. We get round in different ways than you do potentially. A lot of my clients drop the upper lip, so you might think of showing your front 2 teeth. There are very subtle little nuances and changes you can make that will dramatically improve your speech. But you have to be aware of what you're doing differently and what you want to change. Do you like your voice? What do you like about it? What don't you like? Do you sound harsh? Is your voice too soft? Would you like it to be louder? Let's say that's true. Let's say your voice is too soft and you'd like it to be louder. You can do some of the vocal warm-ups we looked at in my earlier video that will help your voice to be stronger. And those kinds of things will tend to help you in terms of how you show up with others. Yet, you might find that you still don't talk very loud when you're around people, because what's really happening is something you're saying to yourself. You might be doing some self-talk that tells you, don't talk loud, it's rude. Don't speak up. You might say the wrong thing. I might not be perfect. So self-talk could be what's really going on with you. So you won't get clear on any of that, and you might be working on the wrong things if you don't ask yourself a series of questions to really identify what you could do differently. Often people are doing things maybe fairly close to what they should be doing, but they have a blind spot. A very common blind spot is the throat. I have a lot of clients who squeeze their throat when they speak. They don't realize it's a big deal, but if you squeeze your throat, you get a completely different sound quality. So sometimes if you're not as credible as you would like when you speak, all you have to do is improve your voice quality. If you have a nice deep pitch from the back of the mouth, not from the throat. A lot of us sound very throaty depending on our first language. So clients who speak Arabic, some Hindi-speaking clients. I've even had Italian clients who can sound throaty. So when you have that throaty sound where all the sounds are coming from down low and it creates kind of a deeper sound, there's nothing wrong with that in terms of judgment. Maybe that's a quality you want. But if you want more clarity, it might be distracting. That might be something you want to work on. And it's also important not to have bad habits. So if I'm doing a lot of squeezing and if I'm doing a lot of compression and I'm really pulling my muscles together, then I'm not able to communicate fluidly. So that might be something I want to focus on. The point is that if you just blindly start doing exercises, you may not get where you want to go. And you may need someone to help you figure out what you should be doing first, second, and third. And that's where I come in. If you're looking for a coach to help you improve your speech, feel free to contact me and we'll see if we can figure out what your blind spots might be.